Hey, what's up, everybody? Hopefully this works. This is my first time trying to do this with StreamYard. So we're going to see if this is working or not. Looks like I'm live now. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Meredith. Can you guys hear me? Or no? Good morning, John Doe. What's up? I wanted to give myself a few minutes lead time to get everybody in here and to make sure this was working before the sale started. I don't know if I'm going to do one tonight or not. This might be the only one that we get today. It's just going to depend on how this goes. I don't know if I'll do another one tonight or not. It will probably depend on it. My buddy Chance, who I talk about, who makes movies with me, he's coming over tonight. So it'd be dependent on whether or not I can get him into the live stream too. Why so Bluetooth in the house? It's early for you out there, isn't it? BMG in the house. Gus coming in with a $5 super chat right off the bat. Yes, the sale starts today at 12:01. Michael, what's up? Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see if I can make this work. Look at that. Can you guys see that? I'm like all professional now with the StreamYard. That's awesome. Thank you. John in the house. So we still have a few minutes. Finally, I know, right? Like I'm trying it out. So Video Man and Gizmo. Hey, first time I check out your channel, I believe. Happy Vinegar Syndrome Day from Norway. Wow. Thank you for dropping in. Ethan, I had not heard about the Rocky Horror Picture Show coming to 4K this year, but I will definitely be getting that. StreamYard is not free. StreamYard used to be free. This version of StreamYard is not free at all. So definitely not. Wow, there's 45 of us in here. I didn't know like this was such a short time. And I was like, let me try to do this. I just signed up for it last night. I was like, let me try to do this. And then we will, see how it works out. I'm just going to jump right into it today. If I screw up, just hang with me. It's funny. I built my entire computer system. I make movies for a living, but like stuff like this little new weird techie stuff, sometimes it takes me a trial and error to get it figured out. A little learning curve. This shirt actually came from Fright Rags. A lot of the others I make, but this one came from Fright Rags. Michael says something to watch at work. Sweet. Jeff, what's up, Shay? Yeah, the shirts. This thing is like kind of jumpy on me. Let's see. Yeah, Meredith, my son had testing today. He does online campus, but he had to go in for testing. We had to be there at 8:00. So I am still like, and then I only had like 2 hours before I had to go back and get him. So I came home, made my coffee, set this up, and went back and got him. So I'm actually technically still on my coffee. Richard says, hey, Chase from the UK. Love the channel. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really do. Anybody that watches the channel, I really do appreciate it. In the UK, my cousin is from the UK, from Derby. Is that how you say it? Derby? Ethan says, also, have you ever heard of the Disney Nature franchise 2009? No, I have not heard of that. I mean, I got the Planet Earth series, but Remember to like AVA so he can make that good YouTube money. It would be nice to make good YouTube money. They've been choking me since somebody complained about one of my videos about a month ago. The Collins, one day maybe I'll show you guys exactly like how much you make, and you guys are gonna be like, why do y'all do that? Why do you do that? Howdy, the Collins. Throwback Cafe, Ben, AVA live from Throwback Cafe. Awesome, man. I love it. You guys see that's my little alternative AVA Pop Culture logo up there, the videotape with the little Be Kind Rewind sticker. It is for fun mostly. I will say that there's been like 2 months that I was shocked that what came in, but you got no control over that. So, but when you see that, it makes you want to work harder, and maybe you can, get enough to like legitimately help out on things. Oh, that sucks. Video man and Gizmo. I'm just gonna call you Gizmo. Jeff says, Chase, that top 10 action movies of the 80s sparked a hell of a debate between you and your 16-year-old when we watched and saw Predator, your favorite action movie. Your son was like, oh, Lord. Oh, no. My son loves Predator, so I'm glad about that. I knew it was going to spark debate. I had to like set all these different parameters, these guidelines in my mind in order to like start to narrow it down at all. Ben says he just received Terrifier Art Attack 4K from Umbrella. So good. I saw it it's just that big Umbrella box set just went on sale for like 40% off too. Richard, he picked up From Beyond off the back of my oh man, I love From Beyond. I love From Beyond. It's I really do. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you liked it. William says, me and my son watch your list and we talk, and I love that. If that's the kind of stuff I love to hear right there. That's the kind of stuff I love to hear. Meredith says, you can't make everyone happy. I don't dislike or complain about anyone's videos. Don't like it, just won't like it. Right. Like, and since then, man, like, I posted a picture, like YouTube in the 28 days since the complaint, YouTube has showed my channel to less than half of the people that they did the 28 days before the complaint. Thank you. I mean, I put a lot of thought into my lists, a lot of thought. And I think a lot of people, like sometimes I get people to be like, why can't you just give me like a hurry up list? And I'm like, I don't do that. I discuss the movies because I put a lot of thought into them. What did I tell you, Ben? What was wrong? Man, no, The Thing or Aliens too, though. What, on the action movie list? The way I did the action thing is if I think sci-fi or horror first, like if that's the dominant thing, and like with The Thing, I think horror and sci-fi. With Aliens and Aliens 2, I think horror and sci-fi before I get to action. So it's just like with Bloodsport, I think martial arts, then action. So anything like that, that was how I started excluding them. Are there supposed to be new titles dropping? Yes, there are. And we're going to get a VSU. And my guess on that is that it is The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. And if so, I'm going to be pumped because I love that movie. My brother really liked that movie a lot growing up. We watched that a lot. Apparently, this sale over the next couple of days, they're dropping, I think, 4 titles today, plus the VSU and a cinematograph and something else. But I think they're dropping like 10 Vinegar Syndrome titles in all. They're saying this is going to be like the biggest drop they've ever had. So it's that's part of the reason I wanted to do this. Plus, if you follow me, you know that I'm a year-long subscriber this year. So it's kind of fitting, I feel like, to do it. Gus's Reanimator set shipped yesterday. I got notification that mine is going to be here today. So I am super excited about that. Super excited. I appreciate that, Jeff. I put a lot of work into them. I really, really do. So I'm glad it comes through. What exactly warrants a complaint on your videos? So what's weird is it doesn't. So it was the like 90s raunchy comedies video, sex comedies video. And those videos already have to get cleared manually by YouTube most of the time. So it had already gotten cleared and approved by YouTube. It was up for 2 days. It had like 39,000 views. It was just rocketing up. And then I got an email that someone had complained that it violated their standards. And upon review, second review, because of that, they were going to demonetize the video. It's not suitable for ads, like all of this kind of stuff. And from that point on, like it just dropped. And every video after that, like it's been 10 times harder for it to get seen, for it to get views, all that stuff. Yes, they're 40% off now. I saw it it was either this morning or last night. My buddy Brian sent the message to me. Am I coming to Canada? I would love to go to Canada. I have never been there. I have a friend who is actually she's a Playboy model an actress who lives in Canada. Her name's Chloe, and known her for a long time. And she's like, she was actually at Days of the Dead the last time I was there. She was at our table, and she was telling me all about Canada. And then my friend Tyler Main is from Canada, Saskatoon, I think it is. I'm your Huckleberry in the house. You got the Night of the Creeps with the poster and extra slip and the NECA figure. I'm going to have to break down and get that. I should have got that the first time. Getting it today, supposedly. Getting it today. Saddam Nootsby. People would go nuts if they did that. People would go nuts. We love your list. Jason X is a favorite of his, and Jason Goes to Hell mine. I like Jason Goes to Hell a lot better. Got him from Orbit. He says it's just Jason X is not my favorite either. It's fun though. It's fun. I had more fun rewatching it this time. Andrew, first time you called alive. Well, welcome in, my friend. I cannot wait. I will probably I'll probably do a video for it, Gus. And I'm probably going to do like that and my the Beyond and a couple of other things on one together. Yeah, there's a lot dropping. There's a lot dropping, and it's not just today. I think they're going to drop some more over the next couple of days. I do have a Patreon. I do. I have a Patreon. It is in the link to it is in the description of all my videos. Meredith with a 10. Oh my, come on, Meredith. with $100 super chat. Are you freaking kidding me, Meredith? Come on. That is way too generous. Way too generous. Woo. I literally read that as 10 because it did not compute to me on $100 super chat. Holy crap. Thank you so much. He said, I got your new movie and the surprise for you and your wife. I will send them out this weekend. Thank you so much. You don't know how much that just really made my day. I've been kind of fighting it a lot the past few weeks. That really made my day. Thank you so much. That is way too generous. That's way too generous. You're going to make me tear up over here. I'm a big baby. I'm a big baby. All right, let's pull up the Vinegar Syndrome site, shall we? All right, let's see what we got going here. Let's refresh it. Should be in. Hey, there it is. The Golden Child, VSU. I knew it was. Oh, man, I love it. The original art. How can you look how good that looks? Look at the back. Oh, my gosh. Make sure you guys can see. You can see the screen, right? This is my first time doing this. Look at this. Meredith, you were not kidding about that. I told you had a big super chat for me this week. You were not kidding about that. My heart rate just went up like when I saw that. Yeah, this is an absolute must. This is must. I love this movie. I'm a Eddie Murphy. Like, if you guys see my top 25 favorite actors of all time, Eddie Murphy's like top 5, top 7. Like, he's up there. I love Eddie Murphy. This is awesome to see this get this treatment. Got a little update on some shipping stuff, but let's see what's all in this, shall we? This is a flash pre-order that will be the first to ship after our subscribers following halfway to Black Friday sale, Friday, May 23rd through Monday, May 26th. During the Black Friday sale, you'll be able to easily add stuff for free. Of course, I'm a subscriber. These are not included, but I'll be honest with y'all, I get them for if you're a subscriber, you get subscriber discount, you get it half price. And so Meredith just bought me VSU for sure. And dinner and then some. It is a 2-disc set, 4K, with Dolby Vision and HDR, newly scanned and restored from its 35 millimeter negative. Let's see. Commentary track with the author and screenwriter and a film historian. Throwing Elbows, a 19-minute featurette with the writer and co-producer. Lover of Realism, an interview with Matt, the matte painter, which they probably used a good bit on this movie. And we're going to get to the other stuff in just a second. But man, this is a big one here. Chosen Ones, an archival making of featurette. This thing is just absolutely loaded. They do the VSUs really good. 8,000, it says, are going to be available. So this is an absolute must. This thing looks incredible. Absolutely incredible. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Let's go back and see some of the other stuff real quick, because I believe I saw, where'd it go? There it is. Jade with the limited edition slip cover. I haven't seen this in a long. You always got to be careful about what you click on with Vinegar Syndrome. You never know what they might put in a picture. But man, so this is another big one. This is a 2-disc 4K subscriber. I'm a subscriber, so I get this one anyway. So they have this one in there. The special limited edition 2-disc set, spot gloss. This is getting the hard case. So this is going to get that like side loader It doesn't look like it in that picture, but it says hard case here. Right here, where'd it go? It says set comes with a spot gloss hard slip case and slip cover combo. 40-page perfect bound book. So this is another one that's a big big set, like, you know, these side loaders. Where's like the keep right there. So it's going to be like the side loader thing. So it's going to be a big set like this. 8,000 of these, 2-disc set, 4K Ultra HD. As I'm trying to jump back and forth to the chat, trying to keep up and read. And thank you, Meredith. It's nice to have built such a community where people connect with you and believe in you. This set is it's interesting here. This is something you don't normally see. They put the bit rate. They put a high. They put that they encoded this with a high bit rate. And that's interesting. It's going to have Dolby Vision and high dynamic range, newly scanned and restored from the negative. Vinegar Syndrome don't play around on their 4Ks. You're going to have a 95-minute theatrical cut and the 107-minute director's cut, both of them in 4K. Commentary track with Jennifer Mormon on the theatrical cut. So you're going to get an interview with the screenwriter, a featurette. It says Hysterical Blindness, William Friedkin at Paramount, a 22-minute featurette. So this thing's going to be loaded. An interview with director William Friedkin, 13 minutes, interviewed by television personality Charlie Rose. So you're going to get a hell of a set here. I'm excited about that. So VSU of Golden Child, and we're getting Jade. And this is, so see, guys, this is what I'm talking about. They are going to announce several others here. We're going to get to these in just a second. Let's see the other one that they're actually announcing right now. Got to be careful on that Murder Rock slip. That is disturbing. This is Dirty Work. I don't have any idea what this movie is. It's sick, it's dirty, it's their job. If you guys know anything about this one, let me know. I don't know anything about Dirty Work. I haven't seen it. This one's included in my package. This is a flash pre-order. All these are flash pre-orders. This is a 3-disc, 4K, Ultra HD, and 2 Blu-rays in a spot gloss hard case. So this is getting the full treatment here too. It says, after losing his job and apartment, lifelong prankster Mitch moves in with his childhood best friend Sam and Sam's cantankerous father. When Pops has a heart attack, his surgeon, Dr. Farthing, delivers grim news. Pops needs a new heart. Let's see, which he's going to get for $50,000. I haven't seen this. This was directed by Bob Saget. Really? Chevy Chase is the doctor. Norm Macdonald with Chris Farley in his last great. Oh, man, I've never seen it either. But if it's got all those people in it, dude, I am so down. And look at this thing is absolutely loaded. Newly scanned and restored. It says there is an 83-minute dirtier cut on here. Man, a 63-minute making of documentary. A 19-minute featurette. This thing is absolutely loaded. A 2-hour assembly cut of Dirty Work sourced from video. That is cool. If you guys want to really learn some stuff, get this and watch stuff like that. Like, I mean, I gained just as much, way more knowledge from actually making films and watching stuff like that than I did in film school. Alternate extended ending. I am so down for this. Holy crap. And I didn't know anything about it. This is a hell of a month by Vinegar Syndrome. And that's not even everything. Here is a cinematograph. I don't know. Swimming to Cambodia. Don't know anything about this one. at all. It says the limited edition slipcase plus booklet plus book bundle is limited to 100. And it's already sold out. I don't think I needed the book, but I don't know anything about swimming to Cambodia. Does anybody else know this one? Let's see, starring Spalding Gray. I don't know anything about this one, but is this one going to be a 4K? This doesn't look like it's a 4K. Nope, this is a Blu-ray. So I don't know much about this one. Cinematograph's been hit or miss for me overall. Okay, so that's what we know is coming out from Vinegar Syndrome. But yeah, there's nudity in my films. Random question. Beetlejuice, what's up? Let's see. Trying to catch back up with the chat real quick before we go on here. We're going to get to them, Why So Bluetooth. All right, so here's the deal. You're also going to get secret VS releases. So this is a flash order exclusive. You can only get this till Monday night at 11:59. It says, if you are unimpressed by Eddie Murphy at his 80s best, battling supernatural forces in 4K Ultra HD debut of The Golden Child, shrugging off the 4K and Blu-ray debut of William Friedkin's insane erotic thriller Jade, not swayed by the world premiere of the long-lost original cut of Dirty Work, well, we still got a set of terrifying treats that'll be perfect additions to your library with the world 4K Ultra HD debuts of 2 horror gems. One brooding and atmospheric masterpiece from the 70s. You guys know I'm all about atmosphere in my horror movies. One brooding and atmospheric masterpiece from the 70s, and the other a grim and gruesome early 90s classic by an auteur of the macabre. Vinegar Syndrome has newly and exclusively restored both for their stunning Ultra HD debut. This package includes 2 releases, 2 secret surprises. That is awesome. You will get those with the halfway bundle. I think, I get these, so I'm pretty excited. I get these. Last year, what were the 2 surprise ones last year? You guys remember? They did that a couple of times, didn't they? I don't remember what they were. Do I do nudity? I did. I did in one movie. Yeah, I want to know what these secret titles are. Gus, can you tell me about that cinematograph? Anything about that you know? But I'm definitely, like, I get Jade and I get Dirty Work already, but I'm buying that VSU instantly. And I'm going to get these 2 already as well. So that is a hell of an announcement month from Vinegar Syndrome. That's going to be 5 4Ks. 5. But there's more to come, because if you guys see this, there's still 4 question marks here. So there is still more to come on that. So we're going to find, let's get a little bit of, let's see if we can find some info on this. I need to find like the, all right, halfway to Black Friday. So, what will be available? A newly announced Vinegar Syndrome 2, 3, everything. There's an everything package, including 4 Vinegar Syndrome titles, 1 VSU, 1 VSA, 1 VSL, 2 cinematograph, and a secret release of two secret VS titles. So y'all, there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I count right, that's 11 in total that they're doing there, because they have the 4 VS titles plus 2 secret titles, plus the VSU, plus a VSA, plus a VSL. They're going to add to it. So, like, we're going to, tomorrow, I think, will there be any other new releases on May 1st? Yes, our partner label. So let's see. They're going to announce these, I guess, this weekend. Meredith, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have been too kind. And thank you. That blew me away. That absolutely blew me away. That means a lot to me. I can't wait to tell everybody. Thank you so much. I'm your Huckleberry. I think the halfway costs about $4.75, something like that for the halfway. Oh, you're just collecting them all. Okay, Gus. Michael, on payday when you had some money. I know that's right. Yeah, 90s. It can't be some moldy oldie they dug up because it's not that old. The 70s one, it says it's a big time title. So, I mean, I am so like, hey, I like Balsamic. Yeah, vinegar syndrome is what happens to old film. So we're going to get a shitload of titles, guys. There's going to be more coming. So they're not all dropping today, apparently. So we still don't know what these two are. We don't know what the other cinematograph is. Let's go check out you guys want to check out what the partner labels dropped? All right. This is where hopefully my film Bring Me a Dream will get released through partner label, at least. My film is currently with 3 distributors: Lionsgate, Magnolia Films, and Indican Pictures. And we're hoping that Indican and Magnolia can place it here. Life in Dirty Movies. I don't know anything about that. Definitely got to be careful what you click on in here. Yes, Golden Child is a VSU. So it is like the king of chunky boxes. It is the awful thing. That would be the plan, Beetlejuice. That's supposed to, if they get the deal done. I'm actually out of the loop on the deal, so I can't actually control it. Action, the October Crisis of 1970. So this is like this is almost like a documentary. Anybody know anything good? Satan Wants You. You guys tell me if there's anything over here in the if you've been looking in the partner labels that looks good. What is this? Is this I first thought that was about Ed and Lorraine Warren or something right there. Satan Wants You. Interesting. Brand new film, Long Island based record label. Huh. You guys will have to tell me. New to VSU, what's the difference in... Okay, VSL is a Vinegar Syndrome Labs, and there's like a certain type of movie that they put in there, more experimental, different type thing. VSU is a Vinegar Syndrome Ultra, and that is usually their bigger, well-known, more well-known titles. 4K, they're in a big deluxe box, a magnetic clasp, all that kind of stuff. And then the Vinegar Syndrome archives, the VSAs, those are going to be numbered. They're going to be like a bottom loader, all this kind of like a VHS style and everything. Yeah, Tyler, a Thursday morning stream, man. Tyler P, the very first channel member that we ever had on here. Tyler, I think I told you already. I got Dirty Harry. I'm excited to see that, man. I appreciate it. Yes, VSU is numbered, or VSAs are numbered. Yeah, I've been kind of there with you, Gus. So not sure if you saw my earlier message. I think the secret May titles last year were Invasion USA and Criminally Insane or China O'Brien. Okay. Was it Invasion USA? I thought they just outright announced that one. Because I remember getting that one, but maybe it had already been announced. No problem, man. Only your second VSU order. Sidekicks was the first one. The others I want, but only pulled the trigger on those two. I'm going to tell you, the one that I was the most surprised about, the most blown away, because I had never seen it going in, was Southern Comfort. Holy crap. You'd have to take to eBay to get that VSU now, but you can get the standard 4K. If you haven't seen that movie, watch that movie. That is like a war action movie that becomes a folk horror, survival horror thing by Walter Hill. Good movie. I got to get the Outlaw Josie Wales. That's one of my favorite Clint Eastwood movies. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I didn't know anything about it, but man, so Tyler, since you just got here, the Dirty Work and Jade are both getting this like slipcover box treatment, and then the VSU is the Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. I think it's gone because I was going to try to get it and send it as a gift to my buddies Brian and Jason a while back, and I think it's gone. Yeah, man, they're and look, they still have two more. We're going to go back over it in a minute. They still have two surprise 4Ks coming. I guess, well-known 90s or a 90s horror film and a well-known 70s atmospheric horror film. So they still got more to go. We'll go back over that here soon. Yeah, that one does look cool. That's probably the coolest looking artwork I see. Although this one here, I don't even know what this is. The Weight. It says special edition slipcover, limited to 1,000. Deep in the, I don't have my glasses on, y'all. Something countryside. Is that what that says? Eladio works as a groundskeeper of a hunting estate owned by a powerful Don Francisco. After taking a bribe from the veteran hunter, wondering if this is kind of like a surviving the game type thing here. It's not what it's not what it led me to look like. Is that everything? This was already out. Bone Sickness was already out, and the slipcover is gone. So it's just these 10 here that are on pre-order. mean, I'm not necessarily seeing anything in here. What is consumed? Anybody know anything about any of these? I've been not so up on the partner labels, and I say that as somebody whose movie might get put with the partner labels here soon. My movie's better. At least my movie has Martin Cove and Tyler Main in it. All right, I want to go back here and talk about this a little bit more. And catch back up on the chat here. Yes, Uncommon Valor is good. Uncommon Valor, written by Wings Hauser. Believe that or not. Ben, my man Ben in the house says, Chase, I really enjoyed your video with your YouTube friends when you did your top horror movies list. That was interesting. Thank you. Did you guys see that? The famous YouTubers pick their horror movies thing. Did you guys see that? That was a lot of fun. It was also a lot more work and labor intensive than I thought it was going to be when I started. It took quite a while. Seems like you've skirted this title a couple times, but the VS Melusine needs to release the adult musical Alice in Wonderland. I saw it in the theater. Is it on here? I didn't go to Melusine because you got to be careful what the thing, like what it shows. It get me in trouble over here. So that is their new 4K, and you know that's what I mean. You got to be careful here. But I don't see Alice in Wonderland adult musical. Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, because I might try to do it again with the guys, but like, you know, our favorites are probably not going to change all that much, at least not up at the top. So I want to read about these two one more time here. And thank you all so much for the super chats. Gus came in with a $5 super chat. Meredith came in with a $100 super chat, which is insane. And forgive me if I've missed anyone. I'm going to scroll back up through here. I don't think I've missed another one, but thank you all so much. Thank you for that so much. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Beetlejuice says, I like your list videos on the videos I haven't seen in a long time. Everyone covers those movies. Covers which movies? Like the new stuff or whatever? I try to go back because I've seen so many movies over the years, man. So many. And I'll remember them, and I'll be like, I think people would like these if I tell them about them. Maybe they've forgotten them. Maybe they never saw them. Jade has both cuts, extended and theatrical, meticulously restored from the original negatives. Yeah, I loved reading that. We're gonna read a little bit more about these two surprise announcements here in just a second. Let's see. I don't know what's going on my screen here. There we go. I don't know what was happening there. I went over there, but you got to be so careful over there. I think we showed it for a second. You just got to be careful. Gus says, thank you for the live stream, Chase. I need it. Oh, man, I appreciate it. And I appreciate the super chat, my friend. I appreciate you watching and hanging out. Everyone covers the top Halloween movies. I feel like they are all the same picks. Yeah, I mean, you know, for me, like the Halloween vibe stuff is more than just horror. It's not just about horror. So I was hoping that I would have some different ones. Those are the ones that I genuinely not pick for a video, but genuinely go and watch for the vibes. So that's why things like Karate Kid, Harry Potter are in there. Yeah, me too, Tyler. This is they are definitely throwing some stuff out here, and it looks like it's going to get better because I am so intrigued by these two surprise releases that I mean, we've got a terrifying treats, a 4K debuts of two horror gems, one brooding and atmospheric masterpiece from the 70s. See, the thing there is masterpiece. That makes me think it's going to be a big title that we all know. I mean, you can't say masterpiece and then have it be like something nobody's ever heard of. So the fact that it says masterpiece tells me that that's got to be a big film that we'll know, not something obscure. So I'm pretty excited for that. 70s and 80s films also tend to look really great on 4K. And then a grim and gruesome early 90s classic by an auteur of the macabre. Again, you start throwing things like classic and masterpiece, those better be movies people have heard of. I don't feel like the surprise announcements, let's see, they should be either tomorrow or the next. I'm not sure when the surprise announcements happen. Let's see. It doesn't say. Let's see. I don't know when they will announce these two. They also have two other titles. They also have a VSL and a VSA and another cinematograph to announce. Let's see if we can find out anything. Let me go back into this again. Newly announced Vinegar VS, newly announced VS, newly announced VSU, newly announced cinematograph. So everything package is going to include all that. And then you get the secret release titles. So at my count, that's 11 titles. Unless they're counting this twice, like if that's in there. So at worst, though, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 titles. Kevin says they should be announced at the end of the month when the Black Friday sale, end of the month on the Black Friday sale days. Both of those already have 4Ks. Don't Look Now has a pretty new 4K from Criterion. I got it over here. Dude, I would love that. I would absolutely love the Sentinel. Where is... Oh, Daniel in here. Daniel, what is up, man? The Cobwebs channel in the house. Surprise announcements happen at the halfway Black Friday sale. Yes, but like when they announced them today. When did they actually announce what the titles are? I can't remember. When they said they're up today. I know they're going to get sent out, right, with this month's subscriber stuff. So when do they actually announce what the titles are? That's why I can't remember. Is it I can't remember when they actually tell us what they are. And Daniel, he says, I'm going to throw it out there. The 70s film, The Sin. Dude, you know, I talk about this movie a lot, and you've talked about it too. I would love for it to be The Sentinel. The cast in that movie is insanity. The cast that's in that movie. And I find it genuinely scary and disturbing. Like, I really like that movie. I bang the drum on that movie a lot. And then I've had some people tell me they watched it and they thought it was stupid and couldn't get through it. I'm like, I don't feel like we watched the same movie. Okay, so at the end of the month. So the sale is going right now. Like, you can pre-order. This is the flash pre-order. So this is stuff that you can get right now. I'm going to go ahead and order the, that makes sense, Daniel. Appreciate it. Dude, I hope you're right. Yes, the cast of the Sentinel is, I mean, you got Chris Sarandon in there doing a good job, but I don't know if you ever, because you're a big fan of his, he tells a story about how the director was so brutal in that movie and pushed so hard for, like, to get into that space and all this kind of stuff that he broke down, and he wanted to quit acting. He almost quit acting over that role in the Sentinel. But man, he's in there. You even got Beverly D'Angelo, you got Burgess Meredith, Jeff. The cast in that thing just goes on and on. Yeah, the sale hits May the 23rd. So we'll find out later this month what those are. I'm excited because I get them now as a subscriber anyway. I don't have to worry about it. I hope it's not Rocky Horror for that. Like, that's not atmospheric and brooding. That's not atmospheric and brooding. Or are you talking about, yeah, that's not atmospheric and brooding. I wouldn't classify Rocky Horror as atmospheric and brooding. Hey, better late than never, man. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I think brooding throws it out. Let's go back and look at because I mean, who all is getting? I'm Golden Child is a must buy, and I'm buying one for my brother too. Let's see. Let's go back to these here. Let's see if we can decipher what these might be. So, 2 horror gems. One, a brooding and atmospheric masterpiece from the 70s. Masterpiece of the 70s. I mean, you know, you could call Rocky Horror a masterpiece. You cannot call it brooding, and you can't call it brooding and atmospheric, I don't think. Daniel says, Jace, I sent you a message on this before I knew you were live, but my mind is blown. They're releasing Dirty Work. Okay, I've never seen it. So, like, I didn't know what it was, and then I started reading it and people telling me stuff. I was like, holy crap, I'm so excited to be getting this. Man, I cannot wait to get that. I cannot wait to get that. And now, and me and Daniel have very similar tastes on a lot of things. So I'm very excited to have that seal of approval. Daniel, I'm just going to say too, I got my part 2 of my creepy small town atmosphere horror movie video that we like to do that comes out on Saturday. I'm planning to put it out on Saturday. And I didn't repeat any from any of the lists. My first list, your first list, your second list, none of those are repeated. But I'm just going to say you will know this. So if you know it, just say yes. But I found what is now maybe my favorite Roger Corman, Edgar Allan Poe / H.P. Lovecraft, Vincent Price film that's probably going to make an appearance on that list. I've watched it 3 times now. 3 times. I can't get it. I got to get it. I got to get a physical copy. Yeah, I knew you were going to know what it is. I didn't want to say it and spoil it, but because I think it'd be a surprise to a lot of people watching. Oh no, I'm not taking guesses. I'm not taking guesses on it. You have to wait till Saturday because I think it's to be surprised. But man, did I love it. 3 times I've watched it. Man, I would have. Oh man, I'd love to see that in the theater. I mean, I was like grinning. Last Saturday morning, I watched it for the second time, just laying in bed, and my wife left and went to the grocery store, came back. I was still laying there. She's like, "You're still laying there watching that movie again?" I'm like, "Oh yes, yes, I am." Tyler, you got all of them, right? Yeah, you know that I would have loved to see it in the theater. I think a lot of people look. I can't personally vouch for Dirty Work. I can vouch for that cast, and I can vouch for what everybody's telling me about it. But Golden Child and Jade, you better get those while you can. Like, I mean, I'm going to get Jade anyway and Dirty Work, but like I said, I'm ordering Golden Child, and I'll have to make 2 different orders probably because I'm going to get one for myself, and I really want to get one for my brother. That was one of his favorites growing up. And just I must hang on to it for Christmas. He never watches the channel, so he won't know. I saw that. Tom Savini said that. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. My man Bill Mosley's in that. You guys know Bill Mosley. I mean, you picture him from like, you know, Devil's Rejects and all that kind of stuff. Bill is the super coolest, chillest dude ever. Yeah, the Sentinel would be super awesome. Donnie got Golden Child, Jade, Dirty Work, and the 2 secret releases, and Mausoleum because I don't have it yet. I got Mausoleum, but I don't have the slip, and that just gripes me. It's like one of my 2. It's like I have 2 Vinegar Syndromes without the slip. One is Rad, and one is Mausoleum. I think a lot of people are going to get Golden Child. Like, I am definitely getting that. I wonder how it's like. I wonder how fast it's moving. We're going to decipher that a little bit more. But I wonder if it's. I mean, there's still over 2,000 left. It said it was going to have 8,000, so you should be okay to get. But that one will. That one will sell out. That one will sell out. I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but it already has a couple of releases, and it just got that 4K from Second Sight. That don't mean you won't get one here, but usually Vinegar Syndrome doesn't back up somebody else's. I would love to have it. Oh, I disagree with that. I can't agree with that. Yeah, and I just didn't want to go and pay the aftermarket price for it on eBay. Charlotte Lewis from Golden Child was in The Embrace of the Vampire with Alyssa Milano, fun, sexy horror film. I think I have seen that, but I can't remember it. I remember that title for sure. Dobby's dad. Dobby! Hi from the UK, new to the channel and loving it. I went to the cinema back in the day to watch The Golden Child. Me too. Me too. And hello from near Atlanta, Georgia, United States. I appreciate you hanging out and watching the channel. Yeah, I remember seeing that in the theater. And my brother wore that one out, man. There's some that my brother had like his several that he just wore out. That was one. DC Cab was one. Barbarians, we watched that one together a lot. We both like that one. Oh, the dark half. Yeah, that would be. So let's see if we can go back to decipher. Let's see what the clue is on that. They didn't give a lot of clues. Nope, wrong thing. They did not give a lot of clues. The 90s one says a 90s classic by an auteur of the macabre. I don't know if you'd call George Romero an auteur, though. It also says a grim and gruesome. Is grim and gruesome like what 90s horror movie by a classic by an auteur director of the macabre could be grim and gruesome? I would say start looking at what Paramount has put out. Start looking at Paramount titles, because I was told, and I said this a while ago, and people didn't believe me. I mentioned it on the channel. My distributors, Lionsgate, all that, Indican and Magnolia, they told me that we were kind of having to wait on trying to get my movie over here because Vinegar Syndrome was doing stuff with Paramount, and they were going to get ready this year to drop a lot more Paramount titles. And people were like, they're not doing. I said that on somebody else's live stream, and I got poo-pooed on it. But go look how many Paramount titles we've got this year. Tons of them from Vinegar Syndrome. Do you know how much everyone would lose their mind if it was In the Mouth of Madness? I would lose my mind if it was In the Mouth of Madness. Oh, dude. That is such a... Oh, man. That would... The thought of that just makes me not want to get overexcited. Why so blue tube? You think it's In the Mouth of Madness? Ben says When a Stranger Calls might be the 70s movie. I haven't seen that in forever, but that's possible. Yeah, I think that could, if that's it, man, because that's one big one we've been waiting on. You know, a lot of people have been thought that they were going to drop Big Trouble in Little China. I didn't see that, but In the Mouth of Madness. What studio put out In the Mouth of Madness? Somebody look that up for me. Yeah, you could say that. And I would also agree with the second part of that. New Line did In the Mouth of Madness. So it's possible. Yeah, Hills Have Eyes already has like kind of the definitive 4K set out there. John says, hey, Chase, I still don't have Tombstone yet, but agreed with your lengthy post calling people out that don't understand their own setups. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you, if you're not set up right, and I should put the movie in and do a little video where you can just change through my own personal settings, and you can see how drastically it shifts the way that 4K looks. Now, I color treat professionally. People pay me to color treat films, color grade them, and I used to get paid extra money to go set up people's color at their houses. But man, it can be so wildly different. I can make Tombstone look like 5 different movies with my setup. So a lot of it has to do with your setup. What if it were Ben, all right. Ben brings up a good point. We know Tom Savini was talking about the 4K being done with the other cut of Night of the Living Dead. Is there any chance? Is there any chance it's 1990 Night of the Living Dead? Because that would be pretty badass too. Is there any chance of that? Could we get the 1990 Night of the Living Dead here with a grim and gruesome 90s classic by an auteur of the macabre? Because couldn't you say, I mean, you got Savini there. Couldn't you say he's, I don't know. They'll announce the VSL. I think they'll announce the VSL, the VSA, and the other cinematograph. But I don't know if they'll do these two. They won't do these two secret ones until later in the month. I don't think so. I like it. It's good. Agreed. Is it 80s? Yeah, so that takes that off the table. He definitely did. He definitely did. Now, what if it's that? Could it be that? Could it be that? Trixie, I would say your settings are the issue. Yes, Savini is a makeup artist, and that's the only movie he ever personally oversaw. Could be. Could be. So right now, I think Daniel saying In the Mouth of Madness, and I think maybe 90s Night of the Living Dead. That might be the two front runners for two damn good guesses right there. That's cool. It's always fun to do that kind of stuff. How do you know it's Sony? I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't know. How do you know? I haven't heard that from anyone specifically. He just said it was being worked on. So do we know it's Sony? Who is the studio behind that? I'm afraid to pull up another page because I'm not good enough at using this. I'm like find and not find it. Let's see. Night of the Living Dead 90 is Night of the Living Dead 90. Is there even a studio behind that? Let's see. Details. Yeah, I mean it's Columbia Pictures, so it's Sony for sure. Yeah. So maybe not. It's a good guess though. I mean, it fits all their criteria. Ooh, can't show that. It fits all their criteria for sure. Let's see here. What do we what else was our In the Mouth of Madness? I mean, that's Carpenter. And the studio on that is New Line. Yeah, Why So Bluetooth said that earlier. It would sell out so fast, it'd blow your mind. What we need to look at is Paramount horror titles too, because they've got a thing going with Paramount. So we need to look at Paramount horror titles. Oh man, I think you might be alone on that island, Media Madness. I think you might be alone there. Man, I can't. I'm not an AI guy. I can't do that. I don't know how to do it. I don't even know how to do it. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. That would, dude. I know Daniel. I don't know if Daniel's still in here, but I know Daniel would buy that in a second too. I know that there is a yeah, that's 1990. I know there is a Vinegar or an old Scream Factory Blu-ray of that. But John Harrison, do we know enough about him to call him an auteur? I don't really know that much about him overall. That is that's Paramount Pictures. That's Paramount Pictures. Anything by Paramount Pictures is going to be so the criteria is it's a 90s grim and gruesome horror movie by an auteur of the macabre. Is there already a 4K? I thought it was just a blue. If there's a 4K, I need that. Okay. So it's not that. I wouldn't think. Let's see. That's from the 90s, so all right. Paramount from 90 to 99. And this is just a guess based on the deal I know they got with Paramount and the fact they've been putting out so much Paramount stuff. Is there a way to filter this by genre? Yeah, there we go. We'll go, let's just look at what it just classifies as just horror. Event Horizon's already out. Sleepy Hollow's already out. Thinner, I don't know. Body Parts is already out. The Relic, that might be a possibility. But is The Relic grim and gruesome? Dude, I would lose my mind. Event Horizon does have a 4K. 4K. I got the 4K steelbook. It's nice too. The Relic, yeah, I'm saying here the Relic is 97. What does it say? It says a grim and gruesome early 90s. You're right. Early. We can't forget all the criteria. So Graveyard Shift just got a 4K. Tales from the Dark Side has a 4K. Children of the Corn 2. I don't know who did that one. We'll look at that in a minute. There's not a lot right here to pick from. Just horror. According to that. Not from Paramount anyway. Let's add should we add thriller to it? See what it says. Who did Pet Cemetery 2? Pet Cemetery 2 was Mary Lambert. Is it grim and gruesome though? Nightbreed already has a 4K. Dead Alive. Dead Alive would be awesome. I haven't seen Pet Sematary 2 in forever. Would you classify that as grim and gruesome? God, all these things playing all over the place. Can't even look at anything. Everything's covered with ads and videos. I mean, an abundance of outrageous gore. Interesting. I don't know. Salem's Lot from the 70s. Oh man, if it was 70s, if it was Salem's Lot, I would take that too. I'm pretty. The Sentinel is probably a pretty good guess on the 70s one. That's probably a pretty good guess. Yeah, Pet Sematary is pretty grim. I haven't seen the second one in forever, so. Let's go back over here. A grim and gruesome early 90s classic by an auteur of the macabre. It's pretty fun to get. I wish they'd gave a little more to go on. I feel like the 70s one is actually maybe easier because I feel like there's a couple that I'm thinking of. I mean, because when you atmospheric and brooding narrows it down. Grim and gruesome. Here's the thing, though. If we're really picking apart what they say for clues, when you say a grim and gruesome early 90s classic, when you say something is a classic, that elevates it to another level. So, like, to me, you're stretching it. You're stretching it to call something like Relic a classic or Pet Sematary 2 a classic, which is, like Daniel just said, is, I haven't seen it forever, but remember to be a little more comedic. You're stretching to call those classics. I mean, they could stretch their definition of it, but those don't fall in the classics category. Dead Alive would fall more into that. Tales from the Dark Side would as well, but apparently it already has a 4K. Like, I didn't know it had a 4K already. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. I mean, Tom Savini said it was. That's a good guess, but I mean, Sony put that out themselves too. Now, I don't mean that they can't get a Sony title. I'm trying to look to see if they have any recent Sony titles. But like, look, Joy of Sex was a Paramount title. Little Darlings, a Paramount title. Mr. Goodbar, a Paramount title. The Possession of Joel Delaney, which is kind of slow and a little boring. A Paramount title. Lots of Paramount titles. Drop Zone, a Paramount title. And then outside of that, you get MGM. So you could also look at MGM. Well, it depends. Classic, if you're referring to it classic as old, that's not the way they're using it in the sentence. They're saying a 90s classic. Like there's 90s, Ford Escorts, but you wouldn't call those classics. But if you bought a 90 Camaro, you could say it's a class. So there's a difference. Or a 90 Corvette. I would agree with that, but Vinegar Syndrome doesn't usually do that as much. That's true. They did call that one they did call that a that's stretching what a classic is. To me, Top Gun is a classic. Navy SEALs is just a action movie. Like classic is a stretch. Oh, hellos. We got hellos. Phantasm from the 70s. That would be awesome. It doesn't have a domestic 4K, does it? Is Lord of Illusion? Well, Lord of Illusions just got a 4K. Right, it just got a 4K from Scream Factory. Right? Is it Arrow or Scream Factory? I feel like somebody just in the past month did that one. I think it's Scream Factory. Yeah, just because you old don't mean you a classic. That's for sure. The 70s one, I mean, the Sentinel is a solid guess on the 70s. I am not saying, yeah, I'm not saying that it is definitely Paramount. I'm just saying they 100% have a deal with Paramount. And I was told by my distributor, trying to place my movie with them was like taking a back seat to everything they were arranging and dealing with securing more titles from Paramount and securing those releases. Plus, they were dealing with a move that they're trying to finish up. And so that's just what I was told from my distributor. And I shared that info. And it turns out there's been a lot of them, a lot of Paramount titles. Yes, Scream Factory, I do believe, has just announced that like last month. Am I dreaming it? I swear I ordered it, even pre-ordered it. Yeah. Oh, you guys can't see us. I should click this. Yeah, Lord of Illusions. Right now, you can it's still on pre-order from Scream Factory. $32.99 with the slip and poster. I've got that one on pre-order. I thought so. I thought it wasn't crazy. MGM Beetlejuice. MGM would be another good bet. Lots of recent MGM stuff. Are you a fan of this one, Daniel? I haven't seen it in forever. But it's got a brand new 4K, all that. It's got it's Barker's director's cut. So I am pretty excited about that. Yeah, it's that's a good price too. I feel like $32.99 with the slip and the poster. Like I'm gotta do something with all my posters, but I pre-ordered that one and a couple of others with them that same month. I'm getting Ace Ventura. I didn't go over the Scream Factory announcements this month. I'm getting Ace Ventura. I don't have the Vinegar Syndrome Fade to Black. I'm going to pick that up. Anybody? I don't know anything about Fade to Black. Never seen it. I'm going to get Fade to Black, Ace Ventura. I'm a Corman guy, so I'm getting Battle Beyond the Stars. I held out on Abigail. I never bought the Blu-ray or the foreign 4K. So I'm getting that. And I taught ancient Greek and ancient Roman history. Love it. So I'm getting Alexander. So Scream Factory is hitting me hard this month. That's 5. Last month, I got Lord of Illusions, Monkey Shines. Ooh, What Lies Beneath just arrived a few days ago for me. I hadn't watched it yet. But yeah, that one is out there. Okay, that's good to know. I haven't seen it, so that's a blind order for me. I haven't seen that one, so they are putting the full cut on here. The full cut is better. The full cut is better. But I mean, man, like, look, there's only so many things that go into your niche. I literally taught ancient Greek mythology, so and ancient Greek history. So I'm into that. Oh, we got the bad movie babe, Stephanie in the house. Hello, Fade to Black is good. You have the Vinegar Syndrome version. So the Vinegar Syndrome is just a Blu-ray, right? So because this is a new, it says that they are doing a. Let me jump back over to it. And now that Bad Movie Babe is in here, she might have some guesses. We'll go back to the Vinegar Syndrome thing. It said it is a brand new 2025 4K restoration. So they've done it this year. And with Dolby Vision and HDR10. And honestly, to me, the best two 4K, like the two companies that have the best 4K restorations overall are Vinegar Syndrome and Screen Factory, Shout Studios. So I'm interested to see that. All right, Bad Movie Babe. We've been guessing a grim and gruesome early 90s classic by an auteur of the macabre, one of the secret titles. And the other one is a brooding and atmospheric masterpiece from the 70s. Now, you might be able to stretch classic. What's a classic? If you're Vinegar Syndrome, you cannot stretch what is a masterpiece. You better not call some like forgotten moldy oldie a masterpiece. Our best guess on the 70s one might be The Sentinel. But the Bad Movie Babe is, she works in movies. She's a movie girl. She might have some guesses. Body Parts just came out, right? The Guardian, possible. She's thinking. No rush, no pressure. Wait, what? You heard they took the dolphin training scene out of Ace Ventura? I hadn't heard that. Cross between a film noir and a slasher. I haven't seen that, so I'm interested. The one that they have is Alexander Revisited, the final cut. So this is the one that's 213 minutes. That's the last cut they did, is it not? They got Atmos, which is, so I was going to go in there, you guys, to buy the rest of my stuff, the receiver and the couple of other speakers, the upgraded receiver and the couple other speakers to finish my Atmos setup. And the receiver that has been on sale forever is now, of course, not on sale. I'm like, so I've been delayed. All the cuts would have to take a boatload of discs. That's a long movie. That's better not be some moldy like there'll be a difference. Like I've been listening to like they have this thing here ever since I was a kid in Georgia that goes back before me. Every Saturday night they have a station that plays country gold Saturday night. So it was like old, but there I would tell like my dad and stuff back then, my mom, like there's a difference between the good classic oldies and the moldy oldies. And so I still use that term. Like I don't want to, I want good classic vintage, good classic stuff. I don't want moldy oldie stuff. Oh man, the original Fuzz is in the house. What's up, brother? He says he can't wait to see. Man, if you just, we're gonna jump back to it. If you just got here, holy smokes, they are dropping rights and lefts. You got the Golden Child, VSU, Eddie Murphy and the Golden Child, VSU. You got William Friedkin's Jade in getting the big. Now, and Jade is getting the nice hard box and slipcover version. So you're getting that with the whole booklet, 40-page booklet, all that kind of stuff. And then we're getting Dirty Work, which apparently is hilarious. It's also getting the big treatment here with the slip case and the hard case and slipcover, all on 4K. Of course, this is a comedy. So we're getting all three of those. And then to sum it back up, we're also trying to figure out the two secret 4K releases. One is a 70s brooding and atmospheric horror masterpiece. And the other is a grim and gruesome early 90s classic horror film by an auteur of the macabre. So that's two more 4Ks. In addition, they are going to announce over this weekend sale a VSA, a VSL, and another cinematograph. So they are throwing some stuff out. It is a big week, big sale for Vinegar Syndrome. You're reading in one of your groups that Private Parts, Howard Stern movie is one of the 4Ks coming. I mean, that would have to be a VSL or a VSA because it's definitely not a horror movie. And I can't really, the info on this is somewhat confusing because it says for this whole sale, the everything package includes 4 Vinegar Syndrome titles, 1 VSU, 1 VSA, 1 VSL, and 2 cinematograph. But then separately, it also has the 2 other 4K releases. So the way I read this is, you guys tell me how you read it. I read it as we're getting 4 Vinegar Syndrome titles, and then we're getting the VSU, a VSA, a VSL, and 2 cinematograph, and then the 2 secret release titles. That would be 11. Is that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? And I think on their Instagram, they said they were going to release over 10 titles. So that's a lot to still be coming. So 11 titles is a lot. Dude, Frankenhooker would be awesome. That would be awesome. Frankenhooker would be awesome. Misery has a 4K. Caligula just had a huge set put out. So are you telling me I'm correct about the 11 titles? That's the way I read it. You're getting those 9 and then the 2 surprise releases. No, but they've put that one out on recently. They put that one out, I feel like, pretty recently on Blu-ray. They don't normally double dip like that. Your 5th. It's really only like the 2nd time I've really been super actively involved with them. for it. Listen, if it's the original It, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. That is my favorite horror movie of all time. The original It. That is my favorite. I haven't heard Frankenhooker be announced by anyone. I might be wrong, but dude, if it's It, let's see. It was 1990 for sure because I was like 11 when it came out. Or 10 or about to be 11 when it came out. So that would be early 90s. Is it Hooper that did it? I figured you'd be on your continuing your Friedkin journey there, Fuzz. I figured that one would get you for sure. Who is it that did that directed it? Am I losing my mind? Why was I thinking it's why is it not listed? Tommy Lee Wallace. Tommy Lee Wallace. Yes, I saw it. About time you pulled it up, Juice. Tommy Lee Wallace. That would be, dude. Would you say it's grim and gruesome? You could make that argument, I guess. Definitely grim in some ways. I just love that movie so much that I don't think of it that way. It is owned by Warner Brothers. I mean, they do have some Warner Brothers stuff. They do put out Warner Brothers stuff, but Arrow normally puts out more Warner Brothers stuff. I feel like a Paramount or MGM title is more likely, but I am shocked that it hasn't been done because it was shot on 35 millimeter film. So I cannot believe it hasn't been done. Yeah, premiered November 18th, 1990. So I was only a couple months from being 11. That's that was like perfect. I was like the same age as them. Maybe a hair older. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier because that's what my distributor had told me ahead of this year. That's you now, 10 years, 10 months old, kidding in the Vinegar Syndrome. You would think so, but you never can tell. Vinegar Syndrome pulls some out of the hat every now and then. Yeah, ABC owns the original It movie. Let's see. What about MGM? MGM Studios. Yep, gotta start somewhere. All right, MGM Studios. Oh my gosh, we gotta find a way to sort that out. No, that's not it. Released. Let's see, horror. Damn, it doesn't show that they put out, that MGM put out 2 horror movies in the 90s. That's it. Like, it's hard to believe. Species and Stigmata, but those are both late 90s. Yeah, they got very little, so it has held up well for it certainly has. I was just doing that. There's not very many for MGM. Let's see if anybody else is guessing anything anywhere. Let's see here. Let's see. I don't see any guesses on here. Yet. I don't even see it updated on here. Looks like the end of the month when when the sale actually officially hits. Yeah, they don't have to wait. Yeah, apparently that's what sucks. What really does stink is that it's after he's gone that they're all come out. It really does. Leprechaun. Pretty excited about this. The weird thing about this is Arrow actually made a whole commercial post about this with a video, and they don't normally do like announcements between announcements. So that's a very interesting thing. But I really like that movie. Amityville Horror has been done. That I'm pretty sure the Vinegar Syndrome's done the 4K of that. What am I talking about? That they've got the definitive release of that already. Yeah, but would you call that grim and gruesome? Like Eddie Murphy brings like the comedic aspect to that for sure. Night of the Living Dead 1990 that we know we're getting it on 4K, getting worked on 4K would be incredible for sure. Let's see here. So we are just hours away, blah, blah, blah. So it says the flash sale is today through 11:59 p.m. May 5th. So it's preceding the most mind-blowing halfway to Black Friday sale yet, Why is this one so epic? It includes our biggest, best, and most ambitious halfway lineup ever, featuring 10 Vinegar Syndrome and Vinegar Syndrome sublabel releases. And come this Thursday at 12:01 p.m. Eastern, we'll unveil, what we're looking at now. So the only thing I don't understand is when you count up the things on their frequently asked questions info, it's actually 11 titles, not 10. And if you take away the cinematograph, it's 9 and not 10. So a little bit confused on that. There's their official announcement on Jade. Dude, I would give me a break. I'd buy way too much. That's not a horrible guess on the 70s one. I'm not going to stream again tonight. My buddy Chance, who was on my YouTuber's video and makes movies with me, who's in Dark Roads. He's coming over tonight. We're going to watch some movies. We're going to watch a lot of these movies. There he is. There's Chance right there. Video Goulash. I'm just gonna say, did you see? So the film scholar that they got to do the commentary on Cobra, of all movies, the most hard-boiled 80s action exploitation thing that you can do, is like a 20-something-year-old woman who has wrote about, she's famous for writing about like fashion and like women's films and like feminist films and stuff like that. I'm like, no offense, but why would you get that particular person to do a commentary about Cobra, of all movies? John, I may do, but to get back to your question, I may do one tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I may do another one. Yes. I'm getting used to the StreamYard thing. And tomorrow night, I may do another one because we may find out some more titles from Vinegar Syndrome and may just do a normal chat session tomorrow night. But, oh, yeah, because I'm going to take my son tomorrow afternoon to see Sinners. So I'll probably do one tomorrow night. There you go. Chance is headed this way in about 20 minutes. Movies. Maybe some pizza tonight. Oh my gosh. Listen, I was just talking about Grim Prairie Tales because it's been stuck on VHS. Let's see who. Well, I'm going to tell you, I tried to look up buying the rights. So God bless them if they found out, because every road that I went down trying to acquire the rights to Grim Prairie Tales to put on 4K, no one could tell me who owned it anymore. No one could tell me who owned it, because that's one I was trying to acquire the rights to put out on 4K. But that is a good guess. That is a good guess. That's a really good guess. If they could find it, it could be purchased very cheaply. And it hasn't had a Blu-ray. It hasn't had a DVD. It is stuck on VHS. So that's a hell of a guess right there for sure. That would be interesting. I wouldn't call it gruesome, though, at all. It's not really gruesome. but they could be stretching with that for sure. If Chance, if you're still in here, we're trying to figure out the 2 surprise titles. That's one Daniel was mentioning. A couple of people were mentioning earlier. There's like a moth flying in here. Yeah, the person who got to do that commentary, it's like she's so young, and she writes about fashion and women and feminism in films and stuff. Like, I looked her up. I'm like, no offense, but like, I would rather you go get someone like me, like a YouTuber that's that was alive then, that studied film, makes movies, something that has some kind of connection. I don't want like an agenda from anyone who wasn't alive yet and can only view that movie through that prism. I just want to talk about the movie, not all of your ideas about what you think the movie says. Like, I don't know. What did you guess 20 minutes ago? Did I miss it? It's hard for me to keep up with everything. What did you guess? I should do something next time if someone gets their answer right. Like, you mean their guess on what the film is? Then everybody be like, I guessed that. That'll do it every time. Cobra isn't a canon release? I thought Cobra was a canon release. Who put out Cobra? I thought that was the biggest money-making film from canon was Cobra. Yeah, it's a Canon Group Warner Brothers release. That's what it says. Yeah, it's got it as canon under IMDb Pro. It's got it as canon too, and Warner Brothers now. Warner Brothers owns it now. Well, Canon. Let's see. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's semantics because it wasn't always owned by Warner. It was not. It's, if you look at, you can go in IMDb Pro. It was a co-production with the Canon Group and Golan Globus Productions that was released by Warner Brothers. I make my movies and they're released by someone else, but that doesn't mean that they made the movie. Canon made the movie. Canon and the other company made the movie. Like, I made Bring Me a Dream, and Lionsgate and Magnolia Pictures released it, but they didn't make shit. I made it. Interesting. Well, the Brood, though, just got that big chunky box 4K set from Second Sight that just came out like a couple weeks ago. Not to say that they wouldn't do it too. The Town That Dreaded Sundown is a good one for the 70s. The other one we were tossing around that Daniel mentioned is The Sentinel, and that'd be a good guess too on brooding and atmospheric horror movie. A brooding and atmospheric masterpiece of the 70s. I could definitely see, I could see The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I could see The Sentinel too. Hundred percent. I bang the drum on that one all the time. You talk about atmosphere. It definitely has some atmosphere. All right, man. See you soon. We're gonna wrap this thing up here in about 5 minutes. We're gonna go to the 2-hour mark. We got about 5 minutes to go. We're just guessing now, but I will probably do another. I'll have a video tomorrow too, a regular video, and I got a big video on Saturday. And then there is no and then. I'll probably try to squeeze in another live stream tomorrow night. We talk about some more announcements from them and just hang out. I just want to try this. I've never been able to do live with this, all that kind of stuff. I thought it'd be fun. My big video on Saturday is a big list, recommendations, rankings video. On the plan is to put it out. Hopefully I get it done. On 10 of the best creepy atmosphere small town horror movies. That is one of my favorite subgenres of horror. And I did one of these, one of my biggest videos early on in my channel, like 8 months ago. I'm still not to a year yet. We still, May 27th, I think, like Black Friday or halfway to Black Friday last year was like my first, like that's right when I started last year. So we got that much time till we're a year on the channel. But like 8 months ago or so, I did 10 creepy small town atmosphere horror movies. And it was one of the biggest videos on my channel. And then my man Daniel over at the Cobwebs, he messaged me. He loves it. We love a lot of the same thing. So he's like, hey, I'm going to do this. And he credited me in his video and he did one. And then I had one planned for my halfway to Halloween week celebration. And then he told me he was doing another one. And I was like, damn it, I'm doing one too. So he did one a couple weeks ago. So make sure you check out that. But I am not repeating any of the movies from those three. So that's 30 movies off the list. I've got 10 that you're going to want to see. So this is going to be it's going to be a really fun video. I love that genre or that subgenre. So it's going to be a very fun video. Boogeyman's Closet in the House, a pop culture icon on the channel member. I asked you, I didn't know. What was your 90s pick? What was your 90s pick? We'll talk about it before I jump off here. What was your 90s pick? And as far as TVs, LG and Sony for me on OLEDs. LG first and then Sony. I have the 65. I got the 65. I'm getting a 77 for my living room. I can't set far enough away from it in this particular room to do a 77 without going blind. So hey man, there is a ton of stuff going through here. We're not trying to miss you on purpose. The Pit and the Pendulum, I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in a million years. So, it's the Lance Henriksen is in that, right? Let me try to pull it up. Could be. That's Stuart Gordon. Could be. That's a damn good guess. That's a damn good guess. I'd dig that. That's a damn good guess. For that matter, could it be Castle Freak is getting a brand new Blu-ray. What year did Castle Freak come out? Dude, what year was Castle Freak? Where is the damn year? Because you talk about grim and gory. Castle Freak is grim as it gets. And it's getting a new Blu-ray from 101 Films that's coming out. That's a Pit. The Pendulum is a good one, a good pick. Why is it not? What is the date on Castle Freak? Castle Freak is 95, so it could be Castle Freak. Oh crap! I got to get that off there. They're going to get me. Castle Freak is 95, so it could be Pit and the Pendulum or Castle Freak. Those are both Stuart Gordon. Both grim and gory. They fit that. I would love it. I'm a big Stuart Gordon fan. So good call, man. Good call. Could be. Yeah, that would technically be mid 90s, but the fact that it just got a new Blu-ray that's still on pre-order from 101 Films means that one's out there, kind of like. So we'll see. But all right, you guys, I am going to get off here and get ready for my big movie watching day and get caught up on a lot of these. Watch a lot of these movies that we'll be talking about on the channel. What was the announcement from Blockbuster Box Sets? What did he say? I know he's putting a bunch of stuff out, but I haven't been over here. So let's see. He's bad about not putting it on Instagram. Did he put it on Instagram? Yeah, he's big announcements part 1 of 2. So he's got a lot of slips coming. Back to the Future trilogy box sets coming back out. He's got Jackie Brown. I'm going to need that. Beetlejuice box set I already got. WandaVision, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I need that one. Moon Knight, Hawkeye. He's got some stuff coming out, man. So make sure you check out Blockbuster Box Sets because that's where I get all my slips from. And he's working on a lot of cool stuff. There's a Return of the Living Dead slip. That thing looks awesome. Tar Man on the back. There's one for Heavy Metal. He's got a lot of stuff coming out and cool ass Nightmare on Elm Street slips. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Glad you subscribed. I'm glad you had fun and decided to stick around. I love that little picture, by the way. Those like old school things where you would dress up. I got a bunch of those from like the mountains when we go to the mountains. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad I put a lot into my lists, a lot of effort into my lists. Yeah, I want to watch some movies too, man. We're going to watch a shit ton of movies today. And you guys all like and subscribe. You know that stuff really helps out the channel, especially lately since someone went and complained and we're kind of under the thumb of the algorithm on YouTube here lately. And I've got my Patreon as well. I tell everybody to use the Patreon link, because I can do all kinds of stuff on the Patreon. This is a whole like 30-minute featurette right here from my film Bring Me a Dream, or Dark Road 79. Full commentary. Everything I can do here is uncensored and all that kind of stuff. It was Dark Roads, Trixie. But mostly got cut. Thankfully, I was also editing. This is when my movie premiered at Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood. So we do all kinds of stuff. This is where we did a fun behind the scenes video and all slid in like Tom Cruise. So I do all kinds of stuff here. And there's a lot of stuff that gets on my YouTube too. I just don't have to worry about any kind of censor over here. And of course that always gets you. That's where we made the Star Wars fan film. That is a lot of fun because I play football at Georgia. We got to film all over campus and stuff. So lots of cool stuff. Anatomy of a scene, how to make a scene in a horror film, without how it all looks when you're filming, and then all put together, all that stuff. All that supports the channel too. Just builds the community. So does liking, subscribing, spreading the word, y'all. I really, really do appreciate it. And yeah, it was popping up and down. Sorry it cut out. But anyway, just talking about the Patreon and the channel, and I appreciate all you being a part of it. And until next time, be kind, rewind like always. It's Chase with AV Pop Culture. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye-bye.